would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time.
Yo, guys, what's going on? Here's Vince Bug from Embrace the Power. I got Yasmeen on from the Works. We're going to talk about, picking your local gym, and she's a gym manager, and we're going to try to talk about the complexities of how do you get new customers and the different things that they're doing at the Works to make a better environment, to get more people in the gym and get people from this obesity thing that we have going on in the United States and get people back to being fitness. Yasmeen, how's it going, my friend?
Hi, Vince. I'm good. How are you? I'm honored to be on
I'm good.
the show.
Oh, great. Hey, it's been a while. We tried, you were traveling a little bit. I was traveling. So, hey, we pulling it together today. So
Finally.
I'm flying. So I know. Hey, so I do have a question for you because you guys are putting a lot of new content out on Instagram, and I was just been checking it out recently. And so I wanted to ask you, are you putting this new content out to kind of like get after attracting new customers?
So actually, yes, it's kind of like our new goal essentially. What we're doing with this new kind of social media that we're doing is we're just trying to be more engaging. When you're scrolling through social media, essentially, are you going to stop and scroll? Are you going to stop and look at something that's funny and you can relate to, or are you going to just keep scrolling when you look at something that's like says an advertisement? If it's something
Right.
you can kind of connect to and you find it funny, you're more likely to stop and actually pay attention to it.
Oh,
So
yeah. Great point.
yeah, so we're just trying to make our content more interesting and fun and kind of more hype and motivational. And so actually we hired this new girl, Kaya Kujo. She's actually a content creator herself, and she's actually been the one that's been doing all of our social media content.
All right, yeah, because it's looking fabulous. So,
Yeah.
how long have you been working with the Works, and how long have you been in the fitness industry?
So I started working for the Works in November of 2021. So about 3 years now, almost is going on 3 years. And honestly, before working for them, I had kind of worked out briefly here or there, maybe 2 or 3 days a week. But me being in the fitness industry really didn't kick off until I started working for the Works, and that's kind of where my passion grew.
Oh, okay, all right. So, as you sit there, are you thinking about down the road as you get older? Are you thinking about owning your own gym, or being in the fitness industry as you get older down the road? Because you're young right now, so you're living your best life right now, and I understand.
Um, I mean, I definitely would love to own my own gym one day. I don't know, the working at a gym just does something for you mentally. It's more than just, being able to go to the gym and work out whenever I want. Obviously I get a free membership, which I can't complain about.
I ain't mad at you. I
Being
just hate.
a student isn't cheap, so that free membership really does come in clutch. But no, honestly, it's just that like that whole feeling of knowing that I'm behind the desk and I'm the first point of contact that people see when they walk in the door to come and work out. And being able to put a smile on people's face and make a difference in people's lives, it really does something to you and it motivates you to do better in life. So
All
just
right.
to speak of that feeling every day that I get walking into the gym and being able to socialize with our members, I would definitely love to own my own gym one day.
All right. So, how many locations down? I'm in the Tampa area. So, how many locations do you guys have?
So we have 4 locations. We are based in the Riverview area. So we have one in Progress Village. We've got one in Fishhawk, and then we've got one in Apollo Beach. And our brand new location we just opened up back in early November, end of October in Ruskin, Sun City area. But yeah, we're really just hoping to keep expanding as much as we can.
All right, so glad you brought that up because this is what I remember when you guys, I go to your fish hawk location in Boyette,
Yeah.
but what I find interesting is that when they opened up EOS, they opened up F45, they opened up all these micro gyms around you guys. How do you guys really work hard to retain the members you have? Because I saw a lot of guys I worked out with at 3 in the morning, head over to EOS and because they had a sauna or they had this, but
No,
I mean, it's competitive business. So how do you guys do when you look at the people you do have to keep that nucleus? How do you guys try to maintain your current members?
honestly, there's no secret. There really isn't a secret to it. It's just all about how you treat your members. And since the Works, we are technically a family-owned gym still. We aren't corporate. We aren't franchised out. We are
Right.
family-owned. We try to keep that family feeling. You know what I mean? You walk into the gym, like I know I can speak on my half, and at least our manager Alvaro and Miriam, Jim, the owners, and a lot of our front desk. Our number one goal is to when you walk in the door and say, "Hey, how are you? How's your day going today?" And
Right.
actually trying to get to know our members. So I mean, I know a lot of corporate gyms are great about saying, "Hey, how are you?" But we want a member to be able to come to the gym and feel like they can just talk to the front desk. Or if they have any questions about, hey, I'm not sure how to use this piece of equipment, what do I do? They can come to us and we're able to assist them and help them out. We just want our gym to feel like one big happy family, essentially. And that's honestly all that I could say.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. I went to LA Fitness when I was down in Fort Lauderdale visiting my daughter, and it was the same thing. Is that I've learned this, and my daughter worked at LA Fitness, and she does what you do,
Yeah.
and a couple other gyms down there. But what I found out was you really got to have charismatic people at the front desk. I'm sorry, you come into the gym, you got to have people with energy, people looking at hey, this is the so I will tell you one secret that you don't know. You can go back in the cameras and check. This is no lie. So you guys go back and check this. I love you guys so much when I come in the gym at 3 a.m. that there are weights, plates scattered all on top of the machines that people have just left all over the place. Go back and check the cameras. I literally come in before I even do my workout. And because I realize some of the people that come in the morning are small in stature, I go ahead and unload every plate off every machine that was left over by the Neanderthals that night before and put them back on the rack because big old sign up there says put your weight plates back, but people don't put them back. And I'd be like, dude,
Listen,
really?
we can have as many signs as humanly possible, but some people just don't understand gym etiquette. And that's completely fine. There's some new people that just don't get it. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we try to do. We don't have staff there 24 hours. But when our staff is there, our main goal is to make sure that our staff is walking around and constantly re-racking and cleaning. Because if a member sees you re-racking and cleaning, they're going to be more enticed to want to actually do their half and help out. And
Right. Right.
that comes back to that family value. You know what I mean? If the members like who's working at front desk and they like who's working and they like the place they work out at, they're more entitled to take care of the gym because they like
Right.
it. So
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I go ahead and rack them because my attitude is you guys do such a good job. So I go, all right, I don't want you. Here's the thing. I look at it like this, and this is just my thing. You walk in the morning, even the person that's working the front desk walks in the morning. The best thing is for them to walk in and not have to start cleaning up after people that were inconsiderate.
yeah,
So when they walk in, my blessing to them is, hey, I racked everything for you. So when you walk in, you can work, you can focus on something else. And but it takes a village, and that's part of it.
I
So now the big
front desk staff in that morning shift loves to see that when they walk in.
I do because it's already handled. Hey,
Right?
so you talk about maintaining gym equipment because that is always the biggest one. Because I've been to gyms. All right, I'm almost 60. Been working out because I'm getting ready for a bodybuilding next year. So I'm like really been grinding now.
Hey,
Oh
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Oh, that's a big goal. So, maintaining gym equipment, it seems to be like a constant thing. Cause I think the biggest issue, like most people are like the ellipticals or the treadmills. How do you guys kind of navigate that? Because that seems like that's always a struggle owning a gym.
It is a big part of owning a gym, and I've learned a lot. Because on top of doing like the marketing and stuff like that for the gym, I'm actually also the assistant for one of the owners, Miriam English. And I've learned working with her one on one, I've learned quite a lot about what it means to actually own a business itself and how it is to maintain and own and run and operate a gym. So when it comes to, navigating how to fix equipment and what to do and how to make, of course, at the end of the day, our goal is to make our members happy.
Right.
And we're not going to sit here and act like we're perfect. We, by any means, we aren't going to be, when it comes to fixing equipment, it's not going to be how like Crunch and LA Fitness and all these corporate gyms where it's like, oh, within like 5 hours, the equipment's fixed. Like, no, we have to reach out to our team, get someone out there to get fixed. But we always try to, get it fixed as quick as possible, of course.
Right.
But honestly, it comes down to essentially, if our members respect our gym and they respect our equipment and our front desk is helping take care of our gym and our equipment and everyone's kind of doing their part, it kind of, lowers the percentage of the fact that equipment might actually break.
Yeah, it does. Because it's getting used all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we always try to, like, for example, I know you probably see the gym, we have our no deadlifting sign. And that's one of the things, because we do. I will say with our Fish Hawk location, at least, not all of them, but our Fish Hawk location definitely has like a younger crowd. A lot of the high schoolers.
Right.
So because of that, we do get some like ego lifters. They'll come in here and they'll like, they're trying to deadlift 3, 4 plates, which is great, impressive if you can do it, go for it. But at the end of the day, they come in and they try to drop weight, and that ruins the rubber plates, that bends our bars, it damages our floors. We don't have
Right.
platforms. So if you're gonna deadlift, we just ask that you control the weight and you don't drop it from your hip down.
It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard.
If you can't control the weight, just lower it a little bit. That's all we ask.
So, so I'm gonna throw you a curveball and ask this question. So, all right, so you guys, as a gym owner, I wonder, I mean, as a person that works in the gym and manages this gym, how are you guys navigating? And I'm gonna say your generation, because we never had this problem.
Yeah.
Is the videotaping, um, uh, you know, because like I'll go early in the morning if I want to do some videotaping, so there's nobody in the gym.
Yeah.
So I see right now a lot of gym owners are just struggling on social media with those things being on. And I realize you guys are probably at the Boyette sec. You guys have done a great job.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you guys ever have to kind of be concerned or sometimes have to kind of just watch things because, it's just, sometimes it can hurt the environment, and it helps because people always want to get content what they're doing. You live in a social media world.
Of course.
So how are you guys navigating that?
Honestly, we don't mind people, posting on social media, taking photos, taking videos in the gym. We don't mind at all. If anything, we encourage it, because honestly, with fitness, it's like, let's say you have a fitness goal. Let's say I want to lose some weight or I want to put on some
Right.
weight, right? You're not going to see results right away. So we love when our members take photos of their progress and take videos of progress, because it shows them how hard they've worked to get there. And that takes a lot of dedication. But
Right.
of course, there's that thin line of making sure they're not filming people without their permission, and people being in the background without their permission. There's that big legality that goes into it. So the main thing that we do ask when our members, we do see a member with like a tripod, for example, we ask that, hey, at least if you're doing it, can you make sure, number one, your tripod's not in the middle of a walkway, it's not a tripping hazard for somebody,
Right.
and that, no one else is in the shot. And if somebody is in the shot, there needs to be like verbal permission there. And it needs to be like a known thing that they're okay with being in the video or the photo. But we
Oh
just
yeah, but it cracks me up because a couple people are doing shots the other day, and folks just walk in and start staring and get in your frame, and you're like, look, you photobombed me, because when I started, you were not nowhere around by me when it started. so,
honestly,
so
the thing is just keep making sure of your surroundings. Because at least for me in the gym, like I used to work out at Crunch. I used to work out at these big name brand gyms, right? But
right.
that's when I first started. But like, I don't know, especially being a female in the fitness industry, at least, those big gyms are scary and intimidating. Because there's so many unrealistic expectations that like walking in there, that can be terrifying. So working out at like a smaller family gym, like the Worx, for example, it's got like this feeling of like coziness and comfortable. Like I don't have to go in there and feel scared or nervous. I can go and get a great workout, be sweaty, and do what I gotta do, and put that grind in, and not be worried of, is somebody looking at me, is someone staring at me? Because realistically, I feel like the type of members we attract in our gym, at least, are a lot of go-getters. People
Right.
come in, excuse my language, they get their shit done and they're out the door.
No, seriously. In the morning, like Miss Teresa, the bodybuilders, they come in, we'll work out, we'll do what we got to do, and then and get out the door. And it's funny is I used to go to LA Fitness and when I went down to Fort Lauderdale, and the thing I had a problem with the bigger gym is just the egotistical individuals walking around the gym. I was like, dude, really? Is it really that serious? Man,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
come on,
people
man.
thinking that they run the place and stuff like that, and it's not fair
Yeah.
to everybody, because not only, number one, that makes you seem egotistical, but it makes people uncomfortable.
Well, I think the biggest struggle is also gym etiquette, and you brought that up about being able to share equipment. And I
Yeah.
think at some points that you realize that is the Works is one of the few places I have been that I don't have that problem with, where you can get on a piece of equipment, because the only thing that ever irritates me is if somebody's sitting on their phone
Yeah.
writing love letters or whatever and watching videos. And I'm like, dude, are you ever going to pull that bar down so somebody else can get on it and work out? You know, but that's one of the things in the modern area we deal with. So you have staff you deal with. How do you manage that? Because you have a very young staff. And one thing about it I like about it is, and I always forget her name. She works at the Boyette when she's in high school. She's a ball of energy when I walk in there, 100 miles an
Also
hour.
Heidi.
Yeah.
Might be high.
Hey,
Usually there on the weekends.
yeah, yeah. Great group. So
Yeah.
how do you guys navigate that when you're looking for people to work for you?
Honestly, I really don't handle too much of when it comes to like the front desk and managing employees and stuff like that. I help out when needed, of course. But honestly, that mainly goes back to our GM, Alvaro. This he has amazing he honestly is probably one of the best people to work with I've ever met. And I've met a lot of people in this industry, in the fitness industry, and it can be interesting sometimes. People you meet can come across a little weird, but it's just insane for me. Like the patience that he has for people, like he has no problem willing to like on his day off come into the office and help you learn something or teach you something.
Wow.
Like he's done
Yeah.
it
So
for
he's a coach and a mentor, huh?
100%. Like
Awesome.
and then when it comes to him finding employees, he has a really good way of just like reading people. And we're not looking for people, I feel like when you go to a lot of these gyms, they have these expectations of hiring people that have a lot of experience in the industry and all this. But problem is when you do that, it's giving people that want to get started interested in the industry, it's not giving them the chance to be able to. So we
Oh,
want to
hey.
kind of be that open door to, get that's why we kind of hire younger too, is to get these younger people in, like myself. I mean, I was 16 when I first started working for the Works.
Wow. You've been
So
there a minute.
I've been there for a minute, yeah. Like I'll be 20 in a month and a half. So I've been there for quite a while. But yeah, I mean, it's we want to be that opportunity for the younger kids to be able to come in, get a job at a gym. Number one, it's a great environment to be in because it's motivating. It's a clean environment. It's nothing sketchy. There's nothing bad about it.
Right.
And it teaches you a lot about discipline and just being respectful and being nice to people. And you learn a lot. And so when it comes to him hiring employees, he tries to look for people that are, number one, just really you can talk, you know how to talk to people, you're open to
Yeah.
talk to people, open to getting to know new people. And just overall, you just have like this little kind of like bubbly air energy around you because that's really what it is about being in the gym industry and the fitness industry, is just knowing how to talk to people.
That's good stuff because so
Yeah.
let me ask you a question personally for you as you go through this. How
Yeah.
do you kind of balance your life balance and your work? And are you going to go to college and get a business degree? So what's for you personally, what's your aspirations?
So for me personally, I'm currently in my third year of college. My degree is business administration with a minor in marketing.
Okay.
But honestly, like long term, I honestly do see myself at the Works long term. I know we would love to eventually. There's been, some underground talk about people being interested in franchising with the Works and opening locations in Orlando and Daytona and, areas that aren't Tampa, of course. And I would love to be like a part of it for the long run as we grow and as we get our name out there. Yeah, like I said, it comes back to like at the end of the day, I want to be able to own my own gym, use my marketing and business degree to put my own company's name out there.
All right. So before we get out of here,
Yep.
what advice would you give a young person that, and that since you started when you were so young there, what advice would you give to a young person about, their aspirations and following their dreams?
Honestly, just take a leap of faith. Do not listen to what people have to tell you and don't feed into people think this is good for you. You should do this 'cause this is good for you. Do what your heart desires. Because growing up for me at least, I kind of was always persuaded by things that people, friends, family would tell me, hey, Yasmeen, you should do this because I think it'd be beneficial for you. Hey, do this because I think it'd be good for you. But I've learned as getting older, and of course I'm still young and I have a lot to learn, to kind of sidetrack what people tell you. It's good. Yes, it is good to take people's opinions and stuff, especially people that matter to you. But definitely just follow your heart. And if you have a passion for fitness, honestly, the best thing to do is work in a gym. That's the best way to get started in the fitness industry, honestly.
And you get free membership too if you're
Yeah,
there. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. It is life because I worked in the gym back when in my early 20s, so I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, Yasmin, it's been a blessing having you on today. You rock, girl. You really do, and I appreciate you. And hey, guys out there, if you're looking to get into a gym, if you're in the Tampa area, definitely check out the Worx. Yas and them got a great thing going on. But before I get here, I got one last question for you. You guys got a lot of different programs going on. So Rosie's got a program at what gym is that?
So Rosie does personal training down at our Ruskin Sun City gym, our newest location. Okay. If I'm right, I want to say every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. she does her little booty boot camp.
Yep, I saw it online. That's why I brought it up.
Usually every Saturday we're averaging over 20 people attending this, this boot camp. And we've got a lot of personal trainers that are there to kind of help you with your 24-hour needs.
And vendors. So I saw you guys do a vendor thing. So on the vendor thing, what do you guys what do people need to do to get in contact with you?
Well, the best way to go about that, I'm sorry, I keep getting a phone call.
That's all right. It happens to me all the time.
I know. I can't even have 5 minutes of peace this morning. But honestly, the best way to go about that is just messaging us on our Instagram or our Facebook. It's usually the best way to respond. But as for like the advertising, it's honestly just a really great program because, like I said, we are still a small family-owned business, of course, and we want to be able to work with other small businesses and be able to grow together and get our name out there together. So it's just a really great program because you're able to advertise your business on our slideshows and all of our gyms. You're able to come set up a table at our gyms whenever you like, come to our events, and then also you get advertised on all of our social medias and whatnot. And then it's kind of like a partnership. It is at the end of the day, it comes down to partnering together. We advertise with you, you advertise with us, we work together.
Yep, man, it's a family affair, man, the community.
It really is a family affair at the end of the day.
Hey, with that being said, guys, hey, check out Embrace the Power Planetary Design is always sponsoring us, and down here at the Rack Studio Vince Bugs. You definitely check out Rack. They'll give you a good mortgage rate on your mortgage if you contact them. And if you need to get back in shape and grind, you need to get in touch with Yasmeen so you can get the Worx and become a member. And with that being said, as we always say, keep it rolling. I got, baby, I got.